It's our first morning here in New York State. And the only thing I'm hearing is mosquitoes. Kind of humid, gray. Not good goblin weather. Good news is the sun's finally popping out. About 9 o'clock. And that's the first sign of that I've seen all day. Just been keeping the boots moving and trying to yelp one up, but got a clue. It's a gobbler feather. Got some scratching in here. Where's he at? Rise and shine. It is day 2 in New York. Did a little relocation yesterday. Got to a new area. Just something about the layout of it really appealed to me. Did a lot of driving last night. A storm had rolled through like around 5 p.m. And I found turkeys on private in quite a few places. They were out and about. Every fresh-tilled piece of dirt had turkeys in it. Unfortunately, there's no fresh-tilled piece of dirt like that on private land. And I think I asked permission on 5 places that had turkeys and got told no for 4 of them, and 1 was a no answer. So, my success ratio on knocking on doors up here, not very good. But regardless, I think there's birds in the general area. There's quite a few blocks of public that I'm going to hit the ground on and try to cover ground until I find one of these gobblers that ventured away from these dirt fields, because they don't hang there all the time. It does be turkey hunting, but the game just changed a little bit. About 11 o'clock, only have an hour left. I'll remind you again, I very dislike noon cutoffs when I'm on a trip. Kind of hard to get New York without a noon cutoff, so. Anyway, bounced, didn't go forward, just bounced to a different section of public. On my way, check the fields that the birds had been using that I do not have access to. And they were clean. No birds in the fields. And I saw one longbeard cross on a big public field, moving fast. And he's the kind of bird you want to hunt. And I stopped, knocked on the door, asked permission. He told me no. Other people hunting. So I don't know where all these other people that are supposedly hunting are, but it seems like everybody's got people hunting, but nobody's out here. Turkeys just sitting around in fields waiting to be shot. I can be that guy. But anyway, him cruising by himself and all the birds strutting with hens being back in the woods, that tells me that they should be about ripe for the picking right now. I just got to bump into one.
I was able to do some door knocking yesterday, and I had some good luck. I saw 3 gobblers in a field about 7:20 by the time I secured permission. I don't know where those birds went. I don't have a clue. They did not gobble last night that I could hear. Did see a coyote in the field they were in right before dark. I don't know if that coyote might have pushed them out. I don't know if they left that field at 7:25 and they might be 3 miles down the road by now. But oh well. We got a new spot to run around. Actually, the field that they were in, got permission on that and noticed that the woods behind them were a different owner. So knocked on that door too and got to go ahead on that. So kind of exciting. Definitely. So we're going to wander out here in the direction I think they might have head and hope that that's a little accurate. But other than that, come on, New York, Empire State, let's see ya.
Man, it's too pretty of a morning for a bird not to be gobbling. So they got out to this dirt field. I just snuck around the corner. Got 2 hens and 3 gobblers hanging back. They're pretty far. I don't know how I can do much with them. They have not answered a call at all. Have not gobbled. Now my turkeys. And 4 of them are jakes. 4 jakes and 2 hens. No longer in the mix. So this property is not all that big. Don't view that as a good sign that there's 4 jakes with 2 hens. So I'm gonna run, hit the corners, probably jump spots. Well, we're watching a turkey. I've seen this bird. It's the 3rd night in a row in the same spot. Tried 2 nights to get permission. Wasn't able to catch these folks at home. Finally did so today. Got a pretty nice tour of the area. Bird's got a little gimp to him. Noticed that the other day. But there's a hen out there with him now. So watch, see where he goes into the woods. Probably got 40 minutes yet. Good morning. It's day 4 in New York State. We got a little better situation this morning, I do believe. Watched a bird in a field, got permission all around it, and kind of got a feel for where it went into the woods, and it gobbled back a little bit. I wish I knew how far back, but there was just enough little rise, and with the foliage, I think he might be closer to the edge than he is, but I do believe he's going to come out to the field in the morning. I don't think he's close, like on the edge to where he's going to fly down into it, so I think he's farther back into the woods, which is ideal, because I want to catch him before he gets to that field. So, decent situation. It's a little gimpy gobbler. Watched him a few times now. Finally got permission. So, I'm excited about it. Weather, perfect again, just like it was yesterday, but they didn't gobble yesterday. So, we'll see. He did gobble one time last night. I think he's going to feel good in the morning. Let's see. He was roosted right there. I sat down 10 yards from him. Oh, that's insane. I had us an early one today. That was too cool. That was a good morning. I'd pseudo roosted this bird last night. I'd seen him in this field and knew where he cut into the woods. And he gobbled, and I knew the line, but I didn't know how deep he was. And with his foliage and a little bit of roll to the hill, I was worried that he was on the edge of the field. But I thought he was farther back, like maybe 100 yards back. So I came in, and I set up only 10 yards off the edge. And I had my line picked out. Get 10 yards off the edge and sat down facing in. Well, I'm sitting there in the dark, and he starts drumming in the tree between me and the field. I didn't gobble there. He didn't gobble till he hit the ground. But man, I think if he had gobbled in the limb, he'd have blown my hat off. I'd have had a heart attack. But it hit the ground, and I was a little bit downhill, so I couldn't see into the field. I ended up having to get on my knees, and I yelped to him a couple times, and he was coming back to the wood line, and shot him facing me at 25 steps, which did the trick just right. Man, he's a badass turkey too. He was gimping around, and I think the reason he was gimping because his spurs are so sharp. Probably clipped himself up in the leg. He does have a little knot up in his leg. I don't know if it's a healed wound. We'll check him out when we clean him. But definitely a certifiable limb hanger. New York's been fun. In a pretty cool part of the state. I enjoy it where I'm at. I haven't been hearing a lot of turkeys in New York between that 2-day stint I did last year and I think this is 4 days this year. I only heard turkeys gobble 1 day, or 2 days, including today. This could very well be the last one of 2022. And that's sad. That's real sad. But if that's the case, so be it. 2022 has been a hell of a year, and I felt like I've worked so hard to accomplish and check off the states that I have.